Hey everyone, Humphrey here with routergods again. We're going to talk about tech support and is it still a good idea to start off your IT career in tech support, or should you try to go straight into network engineering? So I see this question pop up a lot of times, especially with people who are starting to get their certifications. They're doing a career change, so maybe they were construction before or something completely unrelated to IT. They're starting to get in, they want to get into networking eventually. I started off in technical support. My first two jobs in IT were technical support for NetZero and technical support for UCLA Bruin Online, BOL. And those two were ISPs. Back in the old days, you had to pay an ISP to get internet. Now NetZero was a .com, and they put a huge Java bar on top of your browser. I mean, it took up like 1/3 of your screen, and they put ads on your browser, and then you got internet for free. And then UCLA Bruin Online was, UCLA is such a large university with students and professors, etc., graduate students, and we gave them free internet, and I was the technical support for that. So I started off in technical support and then went into network engineering, sales engineering, and the rest is history. Should you start off in technical support? Yes. So I see a lot of people getting into IT make the same or similar mistake, and that is they get their certs and they're only applying for network engineering jobs, and they're getting turned down again and again and again. Some are even applying for network architect and more senior positions, and this is a mistake. Now, if you're lucky enough to get a network engineering job right off the bat, cool, right? You did a great job. But a lot of people are throwing away the opportunity of so many jobs in technical support. Now, when I say technical support, it could be network technical support. It could be like general technical support for a company. It could be desktop technical support. It could be TAC at Cisco or other vendors. It could be Cisco Meraki has a position called Network Consulting Engineer, which is technical support. And it could be NOC. So NOC, whether it's graveyard shift NOC or normal shifts, and NOC is basically network tickets. So a lot of people are avoiding these types of jobs or avoiding applying for these types of jobs because they think that it's beneath them. Let's say, right? I got my CCNA, I got my Network Plus, I'm not applying for a technical support position. You're making a big mistake, especially if these jobs are paired up with a larger company or a vendor. You should be applying for technical support jobs. One is if you're unemployed, you're not making money, you're gonna start making money and put food on the table. Two, you're gonna get in good with a company, which is going to bring up more opportunities. One mistake that people think, but Humphrey, I don't want to stay in technical support. I'm not telling you to stay in technical support. I'm telling you to apply and get your first 1 or 2 jobs in technical support. Do a couple years there and then either promote within the company or leave the company and get a network engineering job. So don't stay, really, for God's sakes, don't stay as technical support. If you stay beyond 3 to 4 years, you get into the danger zone of you could be stuck in tech support. Right? You want to do a good job in tech support, get a good reputation, and then get out. You don't want to stay there. Now, when you're interviewing for a company for these positions, you should always ask them, do you have a path for your technical support guys to promote, to become a network engineer, to get into other departments, to go into cybersecurity? A lot of companies will just reflexively, by instinct, just say, yes, yeah, of course. We got a path from tech support to whatever. Then the next question you should ask them is, well, can I talk to someone who's done it? Now, hopefully, someone on the panel will say, well, yeah, I started in technical support and now I'm interviewing you for whatever, right? So that should be good. At the very least, they should offer you to talk to someone in tech support. And if they don't, that's a red flag. Another thing that you could do is look in LinkedIn, put in the company, do a search, look in the company and put in technical support or put in network engineer, and then look back and see if they've promoted within the ranks. If they have, then that's really good. If you can't find anyone that has promoted out of technical support, or even worse, they all leave and nothing happens, then there is no path at that company. There's no formal path. Another thing that people misunderstand about tech support is they think that all tech support jobs are low paying. And while it is true, most tech support jobs do tend to be on the lower side of the IT pay scale. Sometimes it could be, I don't know, $10 to $15 an hour, especially if it's a knock babysitting type job where you're just basically waiting by the phone for a call or for a trouble ticket. Yeah, those jobs are it's almost like a IT security guard type jobs. You're just kind of sitting there waiting for something. But there are technical support jobs that pay $60, $70, $80, sometimes $90,000 to $100,000. I'll give you a good example. Tech support jobs for Cisco Meraki, the network consulting engineer jobs, pay a lot of money. In some cases, close to or exceeding $90,000 to $100,000 per year. So don't think that technical support jobs can't pay. Some of them do pay very, very well. And of course, once you get out, if you get into the field as a sales engineer, sky's the limit. Another thing about tech support jobs is and this is especially true if you work for a vendor, so like Cisco, Juniper, Fortinet, etc., is you will learn the ins and outs of that technology very, very quickly as a tech support guy. Not only are you solving tickets, you have access to the internal ticket system, and you can kind of on your off time, not off time, but on your downtime between tickets, you can kind of search around and look up things like, well, what happens if this happens? Or what's the most common problem? Or what happens in this situation? I used to do that a lot at my other jobs. Is when it gets slow, I'm searching, I'm looking for stuff, I'm looking for big problems. And you get to gain a lot of knowledge, a lot of insider knowledge about that product. Another thing is the good companies will have a lab. So if you need to escalate and recreate problems, especially like really bad problems, there's going to be some lab that you could play around with, and you could break things and learn a lot about that product. There's also going to be internal documentation that you have access to. So if you want to promote within that company and eventually get into field sales or internal sales or whatever, you have that leg up on outside candidates. Another benefit of technical support is you start working with internal teams. So if you want to promote within that company, not only are you going to get calls, requests for help from customers, but a lot of times you're going to get requests from help from the field, from the sales team. Hey, I've got this customer, they're doing a POC, they've run into some problems, they need some help. Can you help them? And if you're really good, you might get the chance to go on site. So you start getting a rapport, and the customer's like, I really like this guy. Can he come on site? And if the stars align, you might be able to pull that off. And getting good relations with the sales team, with the field sales team, that's gold, because eventually, if you want to go out, if you want to become a sales engineer, you've got a couple teams and supervisors and managers and account managers and sales engineers, SEs, TSAs backing you up. I have seen this happen a lot at Cisco and Cisco Meraki with TAC, with NCEs, the Cisco Meraki NCEs, is that they want to come out and we'll give them the thumbs up because we'll say, like, he's helped me, he's personable, I can see him or her in front of customers, and I know tech support guys who have become field managers, field SE managers, and yeah, they all came from lowly tech support jobs. All right, and that was a quick video on talking about tech support. Never underestimate tech support jobs. And if you're looking for an IT job and you're not having any luck getting a network engineering job, think about tech support. It's not that bad. And if you want further career advice, whether it's about technical support, network engineering, sales engineering, at routergods we have a meetup group and a very busy Discord server. Join us. I'll put the link in the details. Stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you on another video.